Elbaf is the most anticipated arc in One Piece. The first time we heard about Elbaf was in the Little Garden arc, where Brogy and Dory were the first pair of giants that Straw Hats met. The duo's bravery and honor as warriors impressed Luffy and Usopp, who swore to visit the kingdom someday. After 23 years, it is confirmed that the Straw Hats will finally go to Elbaf. There are a lot of theories and expectations about Elbaf, but most of these expectations are wrong. For example, some people think that Usopp will meet his father, and Luffy will meet Shanks because Elbaf is Shanks' island. However, in chapter 1079, where Shanks destroyed Kid, some people did not pay attention to a detail clearly showing that Shanks is leaving the island and is going after Blackbeard. Despite the fact that we all want to see Straw Hats and red-haired pirates together, the meeting is delayed once again. Let's continue with a question. Do you expect to see many fights in Elbaf? For example, fights like in Enies Lobby, Dressrosa, and Wano arcs? If you answered yes, then most likely you will be disappointed. Or this news might be even better for you. Elbaf won't be another arc with the same structure as most arcs of One Piece. Everything will be different, and the shape of the plot can already be seen. As mentioned in one of my previous videos, post-timeskip One Piece arcs tend to mirror pre-timeskip arcs in deliberate ways. The most apparent example of this has always been Dressrosa and Alabasta. We can determine with high certainty that Egghead Island is meant to mirror Sabaody Archipelago. There are many parallels between these two arcs. If you want to watch the whole video explaining the similarities, I'll leave a link in the description. In this video, I will name just a few examples. For instance, Vegapunk was mentioned for the first time in Sabaody, and Egghead is Vegapunk's island. Additionally, we have the same characters in both arcs, such as Kizaru, Sentomaru, Kuma, Bonnie, and so on. With that concept in mind, I believe Elbaf will mirror Fishman Island. The Straw Hats went to Fishman Island after Sabaody, and now they're going to Elbaf after Egghead. Both islands are inhabited by different races, fishmen and giants. The Fishman Island arc did not have much action, consisting of only 51 episodes and mainly focused on world building and emotions. I believe the same will happen with Elbaf. You probably noticed that if we reverse the word Elbaf, we get the word fable. A fable is a short story that conveys a moral or a lesson, and I'm sure we will get a lot of new information in this short arc. Jaguar D. Saul survived both the Buster Ball and being frozen by Kuzan. Then, Saul proceeded to lead a group of giants to retrieve the books that the scholars had thrown into the lake and transported the books to Elbaf, where Saul went into hiding. Saul will reveal a lot of new and useful information about the Void Century. Also, we will see an emotional reunion between Robin and Saul. Don't forget the giant straw hat at Mary Joey's, which most likely belonged to a giant. As many theories suggest, it is Joy Boy's straw hat. Some giants are around 400 years old, and it won't be surprising if we see Joy Boy's grandchild or another close relative of his. Joy Boy was first mentioned in Fishman Island. As you can see, there will be a lot of new information about Joy Boy, the Void Century, and poneglyphs. This was expected since the final war is very close. Oda stated that One Piece will end in 3 or 4 years, so this is another reason why Elbaf won't be a big arc that will take a few years. Of course, phrases like this from Oda are not very believable, despite the fact that we are in the final saga, so I will show you other examples as well. Don Flamingo, Big Mom, and Kaido were hyped years before we saw them. These three are the biggest enemies the Straw Hats have faced in the last arcs. No enemy has been hyped in Elbaf except Loki, and we will talk about him soon. Luffy has already gotten his biggest power-up, Awakening, and defeated Kaido, the strongest creature in the world. Luffy's next major enemy will be the Gorosei, Blackbeard, or Im, as there won't be a character strong enough to face Luffy's Gear 5 form in Elbaf. It is said that giants have the strongest army in the world, and Big Mom could have become the Pirate King with their help, but from what we've seen, they are not strong in 1v1 fights. Luffy defeated Hyruden in one punch. Baroque Works defeated Brogy and Dory. Oimo and Kashi could not do anything in Enies Lobby. They are strong together, but imagine Luffy fighting 30 giants or Zoro fighting 25 giants and so on. It might be interesting for 1 or 2 chapters, but it can't be the main plot of the most anticipated arc. Most of the giants we've seen in One Piece are really kind. Many of them always smile, and a few are friends of the Straw Hats. Hyruden is the captain of the 6th ship in the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. Jaguar D. Saul is a friend of Robin's. Dory and Brogy met the Straw Hats during the Little Garden arc and became friends. Dory and Brogy are also friends of Shanks, as revealed in chapter 1079. There is a theory that Elbaf is under Shanks' protection, suggesting that the situation there is likely stable. Additionally, when the giants find out what Luffy and the Straw Hats did to Big Mom, they will probably like him even more, as Big Mom is the Giants' greatest enemy. The only potential problem might be Loki. Loki is the prince of Elbaf. He fell in love with Lola at first sight despite her being the 23rd daughter of the giants' mortal enemy, Charlotte Linlin. Ignoring his people's long-standing hatred for Linlin, Loki swiftly proposed to Lola and a political marriage was arranged. However, Lola did not reciprocate the prince's feelings and ran away. Based on this fact, we can assume that Loki does not care much about the people in his kingdom and their feelings. In Norse mythology, Loki is considered a trickster god known for being neither fully good nor evil, as his main aim was always to create chaos. From Loki's silhouette, he seems quite goofy and not serious, so it's likely that he will be the main problem for the Straw Hats. However, as I mentioned, Luffy's sun god Nika form can take on anyone, and someone like Loki won't even last a few minutes. I am sure Usopp will defeat Loki. In Elbaf, Usopp will embody Heimdall, another god from Norse mythology. Heimdall's main ability is his godly senses, primarily his eyesight. Even in the Marvel movies, he can see over vast distances and communicate with people. In Thor Ragnarok, he is able to see the future. In mythology, Heimdall is the one who eventually kills Loki. Many, including myself, believe that Elbaf will be Usopp's arc. This is likely one of the few expectations that will actually come true in this arc. Whole Cake Island was Sanji's arc, Wano was Zoro's arc, and Elbaf will be Usopp's. His dream is to become the brave warrior of the seas, and the giants will assist him in achieving that. He will have significant personal growth, considering that he is already strong. Even before the time skip, Usopp managed to defeat the best sniper in East Blue, Daddy Masterson. In Ennie's lobby, he burned down the flag of the world government and saved Robin by accurately shooting Marines from an impressive distance where they couldn't even see him. Following 2 years of training, he accomplished remarkable feats at Dressrosa and awakened his observational haki. Despite the belief that Robin, Brooke, and Frankie are stronger than Usopp, he stands out as the only one apart from the monster trio and Jinbei who possesses haki. He is undoubtedly a skilled sniper. What Usopp primarily needs is greater self-confidence, something he will gain in Elbaf. I firmly believe he will acquire new power-ups as well. While obtaining future observational haki would be amazing, it might still be a bit early for him to achieve that, possibly saving it for the final war. We might witness Usopp awakening his Conqueror's haki. As you know, Usopp's lies tend to become reality, and he has hinted about having Conqueror's haki twice before. Additionally, his claim to be Noland's descendant is possibly a foreshadowing. Noland assisted the small people, so it's logical for him to aid the giant people as well. Noland, being a botanist, aligns with the potential presence of the Atom Tree on the island, which could play a significant role. Given that some giants are nearly 400 years old and that Noland lived 400 years ago, we might get some new interesting information. That's it for today. Before the next chapter comes out, share your thoughts on this video in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it. See you next time. Bye.